meeting. You all have copies for it. Is there any addition or deletion?
I'd like to make a motion that we accept the minutes.
Second. Moved by trustee Cooper, seconded by trustee Baker. Is there any discussion? There being no discussion, all those in favor vote by the usual sign of aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carried. Bills.
Motion to pay the bills.
Second?
Moved by trustee Baker, seconded by trustee Jefferson. Is there any discussion? That includes the supplementals that you got.
Yeah.
There being no discussion, all those in favor vote by usual sign of aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carried. Where's the next one? Correspondence, and we got a pile of them.
Alrighty, I have a letter from Jerry Favreau to Mayor Rivers and the village trustees, which I'll read for you. Jason Andrew had included $13,500 in a grant for Voyage de Dance this summer, and he has now canceled this program. I spoke with the State Quad Commission and was told that we would not lose this money but could use it for a legacy project. I asked for suggestions from several village residents, and the consensus came back that an outdoor stage would be most beneficial. Because there previously was a bandstand outdoor stage in the village, this would qualify as a legacy project. A committee has been formed to determine style and location. Sample Lumber has provided a preliminary plan for one style. The committee will meet this week to talk about any changes that might be required, and then we will present to the board. We looked at various locations in the village, including Rouse Park, near Veterans Park, and near the pavilion at the Civic Center. The location that we have determined that would be best is near the pavilion at the Civic Center for a number of reasons. Available parking, near bathrooms and concession stand, and a site that we feel would provide the most use for the stage, i.e. the 4th of July entertainment. Steve Merchant has spoken to many towns and villages that have an outdoor stage, and they all confirm that it is a big asset to their communities. This quad money has to be spent this year, and the village will need to spend the money before we can be reimbursed. We are asking for assurance that we have the village's backing on this project. Thanks, Jerry.
Yeah, but Jerry once on it, Steve, we talked about it. Spend the money, then we get it back.
That's the case, can I make a motion that we allow them to spend the $13,000 that's available, so we can get reimbursed on it?
I'll second that.
I'd like to put in part of that motion that we agree with Jerry's decision to have it down here at the Civic Center.
That's a good idea.
Are you gonna have it? Hey, here. Down there.
Down there?
Over
Down
here.
here, but
Okay.
the bathrooms and the concession stand.
Moved by John Cooper, seconded by trustee Jefferson. Any other discussion? There being no other discussion, all those in favor, vote by aye. Was it you sign of aye?
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carried.
Okay, next we have, let's see, a Clinton County Office for the Aging has invited us to an advisory committee, public opening. I'll read that for you. Once again, the Clinton County Office for the Aging Advisory Committee members and staff will travel throughout the county to meet with senior citizens, caregivers, members of the clergy, government officials, and others wishing to comment on or learn more about services for the elders. Information secured at the public hearings, as well as responses to the agency's annual assessment of the needs of senior citizens, help shape the Office for the Aging's plans for the future. With issues affecting seniors like the high cost of fuel and food, housing, transportation, and home weatherization, to name a few, we think there will be many seniors who may need some sort of assistance this winter. They may be reluctant to ask for it, however, and we need your help in identifying these folks and referring them to us. Coming to the public hearings and learning about our programs and services for seniors will enable you to be able to inform and assist the seniors that you come into contact with through your work and daily life. The public is cordially invited to attend any or all of the hearings listed below. And they have several. There's one in Moores, and the closest one for us is actually in Champlain on Thursday, September 17th at the Legion.
Is any of the board members interested in going? But you have to call and make your reservation for lunch. I have been, several years in a row. Unfortunately, I will be in Corning, New York at the municipal electric meeting that day, so if somebody could go just to represent the village,
I'll check my schedule.
you'll find it interesting. It's usually within about an hour you're out of there.
Tracy, go ahead and put me down, just make sure I get a letter from you ahead of time reminding me
Yeah.
where, why, when.
Me too, because I sure
Because, you know,
Yeah.
if I sit down the 17th, I will be gone.
Okay.
I'm sure I can make it, but I just need a reminder.
Okay. Next, we have a letter from Andy Ewert from the Dodge Memorial Library. Dear Board of Trustees, Village of Rouses Point, at the Library Board of Trustee meeting on August 11th, Jim Giro resigned from his custodial janitorial duties at the Dodge Memorial Library effective immediately. Effective September 1st, 2009, Donna Bowmill will take on the custodial janitorial duties separate and apart from her current duties as library technician. If you have any questions, please contact me.
That's their decision.
They're just notifying you because it's, I think it's $27 a week or something.
She get paid more, isn't it?
$27
How much?
It's to clean,
clean.
it's to clean.
No.
And then finally, we have a thank you card from Bruce West in Champlain, thanking Mayor Rivers and the village board. I would personally like to thank you for your participation in the August 8th, 2009 Community Day. And that's it.
Thank you, Tracy. Board, don't pay any attention to your agenda tonight because it's gonna be really messed up. The report of the mayor and the board of trustees. On my agenda is, the first thing is discussion on sewer mains. And I think the board's all aware of what I'm talking about, but the main behind the pump house. I received a call this morning from Dominic Montana from DEC. And he's working with us because Doug has already called him. So that we're under a consent order as it is, and we would do certain things. And he wants to make sure that we're following through and seeing that we've got an engineer on hand and started. I called Doug today. He is trying to get that guy to come up here to camera that. We kicked that around this morning, and we're gonna have to run it by the engineer. But I think there was some good ideas this morning of how that line should go.
Yeah. Wait, Ernie put it there.
Yeah.
That's what I hear, you're eliminating that
Yeah.
rat's nest
They're
there.
living that rat's nest underneath that building.
Right.
That's the problem, is catching there.
We don't know, Brian, we have no idea what the problem is, we know there's a blockage.
Yeah.
That was last week they were talking about this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the main thing, the main concern here is that we keep in touch with DEC, keep them in the loop, because
Yeah.
we don't need to get a consent order and have the EPA come in here and fine us $40,000 or $50,000
Yeah.
for something that we're trying to do.
Yeah. They stop
He
people.
already come down and explained us what he and Tom had discussed previous. He showed us a different route as to run the plate, to stop all this pushing back. It's all coming into a central area.
Yeah.
There's a couple of places that could be changed in there. We went through the whole thing with him, and those guys, of course, they know what they're doing. But we need to get somebody on the camera that to see exactly what we can do.
What would you have to do, get the easement to dig all that?
Probably. I mean, this is not going to, it's not gonna be done in a week. It's gonna, we'd be lucky if we have this done by the end of next year.
Yeah.
You know, there's several things that have to be done. One, we have to straighten out the sewer lines.
Yeah.
One. The other thing is, we gotta put in some sort of containment pit, or whatever you wanna call it, for that DE coming out of the water plant. So it doesn't get in the sewer lines. If that stuff gets in the sewer lines at DE, it settles, and it's just like a rock when it settles.
So if we put it in a pit, and then what do we do with it after?
We pump it up,
We pump it?
yeah, they take it up to landfill.
Yeah.
You have somebody come in and pump it out, or, you know, I don't know how big the pit's gonna be, this is all preliminary, Brian.
Yeah.
It's all preliminary right now.
We gotta get it started though. We need-
Our
we need to
DE
see it.
usage is down. I talked to Gary, and Gary said it's down, and there's several reasons. One, believe it or not, he says the lake is not as dirty, the zebra mussels have cleaned it up.
Oh, yes, it is.
And he says, we use more DE when you have a south wind, because the turbidity is way up.
Right.
But, and our water usage is down, so we don't use as much. Which is a good thing in a way, but it's not good when you are not selling water. But the sewer line would come out of the sewer fund. And I think we got enough money to cover it at this point, but we won't know until we get right into it and get bids and everything else after we get the engineering done. So that's where it stands. Dominic wants us, like I said, he said he wants to keep in a loop, and he appreciated that we had grabbed the bull by the horns, and got Dougie on board right away, because Doug had already called him and given the heads up. So he said, you you guys seem to be very progressive on it, so just keep me in the loop. And he wants to sit down with Doug and the sewer people and myself sometime in the next few weeks, see where we're going. So that's end of my discussion. Anybody got anything else? No? All right. Second thing, this bill on the car, the accident. We all got copies of it.
Yep.
Yeah, she called me at home today.
Uh, What's the board's pleasure? What are we gonna do with this?
Well, we don't want to turn it into our insurance company.
We're not going to. We're not going to.
We should just,
You're gonna have to pay it, give them it.
the only thing I thought was a little high, I don't understand how the difference between one and another, like, one is,
I can tell you that, but
I thought the rental of the car was a little high too.
Yeah.
I mean, she's got a car that said 98 or 96, I can't remember. Well, for her to rent a car, I mean, $400. Her car's a 98 Buick LeSabre. So it's 11, almost 12 years old.
I don't think that's kind of relevant on this. In this case, we're guilty on this one. The
Yeah.
only thing is, I think we should pay the same thing as our insurance company would pay on the lowest bid. As far as you guys, if you feel comfortable with giving her extra money for the rental of the car, I have no problem with that. But she's an injured party, we're gonna take care of this.
Yeah, well, I don't have a problem with that, John. It just seems to me like $379 for a rental car for like 5 days is a lot of money.
oh, I don't think so. Not these days.
I do. I mean,
When's the last time you rented a car?
we do it for the government all the time.
Yeah, you get special rates.
I mean, that's, is that a 5 day or 7 days? It's $50 a day.
Well, here's my thing. She gets $1,418.80 plus the car rental. We don't pay sales tax.
You know? Well, she said to me, now, you're gonna pay that right to me, or you're gonna pay it to the, and I said, well, I'm not sure on that.
Well, she had somebody tell her what to do here.
Well, she's been coached?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well,
She was coached. I don't, I think she was coached after she got the first assessment.
oh, yeah.
And wanting to split the difference between two assessments.
Well, I don't agree with that.
I didn't think that was right. Yeah.
So we give her the low bid.
Plus the sales tax, plus the rental card.
Well, how about if we ask her to get a little bit, get rental rec or something, save a little bit there too?
She's already got a car. I would
she-
assume.
No, this car's gonna be in the garage and she needs a car to,
Well, you know what?
Listen, we're gonna settle for this amount on the estimate, we're not going any further with this.
just settle on the bill and then just,
I think that's we settling, it's over, this fills the bill,
yeah, okay.
this is not ongoing.
Yeah, oh no, I wanna take care of it, but
Yeah.
I can't see paying 2,000.
Normally what happens is that they get their vehicle repaired and the vendor sends the bill to the village to pay. That's been the village policy.
That's the right policy.
Well, I don't think she's gonna get it repaired.
Well, she's gonna have to, she wants the money. You're not just gonna go out, you're just not gonna just go out and give her a check. This board and previous boards, in this certain case, have always made the individual go have their vehicle repaired, and the bill gets sent to the village.
So what do you do about the car rental?
Same thing, have them send the bill to the village.
Okay. I don't have a problem with that.
Either that or have her turn it, or turn the receipt for what she paid, in regards to that, but we won't pay the tax.
Yeah. See, trustee Cooper, I don't know if you followed my line the way I was saying, you know, that, she thought that, you know, that, I mean, it's worth, I think it's worth, the damage to the car, what we're paying is worth more than the car.
I agree, that's out of our control. So, in the previous, we sent the cars out and had them repaired, and they just bill us?
Yes.
I'd like to go with that. What do you think?
Send the car to Barbers.
I'll send the car to Soupy's, because
Send
he's
the
cheaper.
Soupy's?
Oh, Soupy's, yeah, yes, yeah.
Get it fixed,
Yeah.
and then if she needs to pay a rental, she gotta either pay it with no sales tax, and then give us the bill.
No, if he's gonna bill us, we just,
Yeah.
we send him a tax exemption certificate.
Yeah, that'd be the thing to do, yeah.
Then we're gonna have, you can't let her rent a car for 3 months.
No, we're gonna let her rent it for the time it takes to get it fixed. 5 days
I
or,
know, but if Soupy's backed up, you might be 3-4 weeks before you get to it. She still driving her car?
oh yeah, she can still drive it.
Hold back door push right in.
Okay,
I've seen it.
so if Soupy says it's gonna take, say, 5 days to fix it, we'll pay for the rental car for 5 days, so it's in the shop.
Yep.
Is that what you're saying?
Yep.
Yeah, well, it's in the shop, if she's got it any longer, it's on her.
Yep. Well, I would think it's not a total, it's just a matter of changing the door and painting it, so it shouldn't take more than,
They gotta put a door on it.
yeah, but they're gonna take a door, buy a door and replace it.
But secondhand door. They got a secondhand door put on it, because it's an old one, and, they'll pay it.
So I wouldn't think that would take any
Well,
more
we've
than.
got some body work done doing on the back of her quarter panel. And got the whole thing.
We're gonna paint it out. So we send her a letter saying to take it to, find out what date Soupy can take it and send it to Soupy's?
I told her somebody would contact you more after we decide on it tonight. Either way, well, she can,
Well, she went to Soups and got the estimate. She'll have to call Soups and see when he can do it.
Yeah, and then I informed her that she had to have 2 estimates, so
went to Barbers and got the other
went
one.
to the barbers and got the other one. And you can notice there's a difference in dates. Barbers. Eight four. This one was 8-3. Up to the board, make a decision.
Okay, I'll make a motion, we allow her to get it fixed at Soupy's Auto Repair or Soupy's Donald Supernant. And we're not gonna pay the sales tax, obviously, because we don't pay sales tax.
That's that, you know, I need to put that in the letter.
Okay, that's fine.
Soupy bill us, we send him a tax exemption certificate.
And I'd like to put in the motion that whatever it takes for the amount of time to have the car in the garage, we'll authorize the rental of the car rental.
She's already established at what, $25 a day for car rental or something?
Oh, more than that, it's $350.
Well, I don't know what, I mean,
It's either 70 or 50, depends if it goes on a 5-day week or 7-day week. It's $70-something a day to rent a car, that's why I say, to me, that's a little bit high.
Motion by
Sure.
trustee Jefferson,
I'll second.
seconded by trustee Baker. Any other discussion? There being no other discussion, all those in favor, vote by usual sign of aye.
I,
Those opposed, motion carried. Now, what else have I got? All this. Office of Aging. Office of Aging. Oh, I don't know if you picked it up, but there's a letter that came in today from DOT. And I thought everybody had gotten a copy of it, but anyway, what it says, there's federal money out there for traffic lights and signals. I've given it to, that we have to apply. It's a 90-10. Government pays 90%, and 90% we pay 10. On certain items, the other items are 100%. Given a copy to Chief Bingle, and here it is right here.
I've got it.
The proposed letter to inform you that a high-risk rural road program. And there's $400,000. There's the sheet for applications. I don't know if the state will even approve it, but we can put it in and see. We're talking about the traffic light on the corner of State and Lake and Montgomery, that whole corner, and then the other place is up on Route 11 and corner of Route 11 and 9B.
A little overkill there.
Yeah, really.
Where?
Good. We're gonna put 3 stop with.
Route 11 and 9B, and down here at, that's it. You put the request in, I don't know if it'll happen. That's what the chief said, so.
Okay.
I believe that's it for me. I don't think I've got anything else. And I apologize, but unfortunately, we had a rough week.
It's only Monday.
No, a rough week before.
Oh, right, oh, okay.
Okay, trustee Jefferson.
Thank you, Mayor Rivers. The only item on my agenda tonight is the library roof repairs. We went out to bid. We received 1 bid for the replacement of the roofing slates in various areas where they are broken, cracked, or missing. The bid came from Donald Diesel, and it says on the bill, or on the proposal, I've spoken to him before about it, and the roof's been leaking for a while. We've got a problem. It's just like anything else. If your roof is leaking at the house, you gotta fix it. I mean, there's probably damage to the dormers and stuff. He'll come in, save the slate that he can, and fix the broken and cracked and missing slate pieces, and hopefully eliminate the leak problem. And then next year we'll get in and address it. So the amount of the bid is $4,865, and I'll put that in form of a motion that we award the contract to Donald Diesel from Champlain, New York.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
you have a second?
Moved by trustee Jefferson, seconded by trustee Cooper. Any discussion? Just to let you know, we contacted several people on this from the office, and nobody wants to touch it.
Trans didn't want to touch it.
Trans
Slate
didn't
is
wanna
very
touch it,
special.
Dick West didn't want to touch it.
Okay, which one of the trustees is gonna be the point man on this? In other words, who's gonna keep track of what's being done?
The library is actually John Burt's, but he asked me to bring it up because,
Okay, so we say that Mr. Burks is gonna monitor the work?
yep,
Okay.
and we can let Don Diesel know, and,
What's that?
well, then that way, we can tell Diesel tomorrow and tell him to start, hopefully he can get after it, right away.
Any other discussion? All those in favor, vote by the usual sign of aye.
Aye. Sorry.
Bumper?
Yeah, the only thing I got is a request executive session to discuss.
No, did you vote on the motion?
Oh, yes.
Jesus, I'm sorry. Yeah.
All right, thank you. All opposed? Motion carried. Okay. Anything else?
That's all I have, Mayor.
All right, trustee Baker,
Okay.
sorry.
Like I say, the only thing I have is request executive session to discuss the civic center bill.
Second.
Moved by trustee Baker, seconded by trustee Jefferson. Roll call vote, trustee Jefferson.
Aye.
Trustee Baker.
Aye.
Trustee Cooper.
Aye.
And the mayor votes aye. And that's it?
That's it for me.
Thank you, sir. Trustee Cooper.
Okay, my first deal would be a request for an executive session to discuss the litigation against the village.
Second.
Moved by trustee Cooper, seconded by trustee Jefferson. Now roll call vote. Trustee Jefferson.
Aye.
Trustee Baker.
Aye.
Trustee Cooper.
Aye.
And I vote aye.
Okay, the second thing, because Bob Sterling is retiring, I'd like to get permission from the board to advertise for a replacement. We're gonna John and I will drop a job description, and we'll get it out and get it in the paper and things, and I'd like to permission the board to do so.
Okay. You put that in form of a motion?
Yes, I make the form of motion.
I'll second that. And, can we also put it, oh no, okay, I'll second it first.
Okay,
Have you
motion
guys
made by
received
trustee
Have you
Cooper.
actually received a letter from Bob?
I don't know, but I mean, we can move with this.
You know, I'll be honest with you, he's told each one of us individually his date of getting out.
They're having a party for him on the 28th.
But he hasn't sent you a letter,
I
the village,
understand that. I know,
any,
but he needs it- he needs it.
Okay, I will correspond that to him tomorrow.
Yeah, we need to have that.
Yeah,
We're having a party on the 28th.
28th.
no, we gotta set up retirement, you better give us something pretty soon.
Well, I think he's got that all set up, but he hasn't officially notified.
The board.
Telling somebody something and officially notifying them, writing are two different things.
I got you.
I'd just like to say, can we put it in the paper a little bit longer? Didn't seem like we got a lot of, I
Yes.
hate to spend money, you know, but it was only in the paper for the last job we filled. We didn't get a, you know,
Okay, that's not a problem. First, when him and I get the job description drawn up and we get this okay from civil service, like we did before, you guys will get a copy of it first, or you can put it in the paper. Okay, then we can work from there, and we'll make sure it's in there in a longer period of time.
We can post it on the website too this time.
we'll do what?
We can post it on the website too.
Oh, that's right, yeah. Cool.
Put it all over the country.
All right, any other, I need a second.
Second, I second it.
Okay. Okay, any other discussion? All right, all those in favor, vote by usual sign of aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carried. Tracy, tomorrow you remind me to see Bob, please. All right. Anything else, John?
That's it for me.
All right, I got one other thing. I received this email today, and this is for information only, it requires no board action. Jetta Brownie is on her final leg of a historic climate walk, walking from New Orleans, Louisiana to the town of Rouses Point, New York. She did this walk to draw attention to climate change issues. And it goes on the 29th of August, Saturday, she'll be coming into Rouses Point. And I think this deserves some great publicity. This lady has walked US Route 11 from the start of New Orleans and ends in Rouses Point. I'm not sure the press will give us any press, and this is being facetious, but I have to say it.
Let's get it out to them right away.
It's been faxed to Channel 5, Channel 3, Channel 44, the Press Republican, and North Countryman.
Let's have a
And
parade.
fax.
Let's have a parade.
And I'm not sure they'll give us any coverage because it's coming to Rouses Point, not Plattsburgh, or in Vermont.
Yeah, exactly, Vermont.
Do we give her the key to the city or something like that?
I don't know, I mean, you got a few days to work, you know,
Okay,
decide what.
we should do something
But
though.
it's for information only. I think it's, you know, this is sort of a milestone. This lady's 65 years old, right?
That's quite an accomplishment.
Yeah. And, so, and I didn't realize I got a history thing today. A young man I was talking to after I received this fax says, US 11 is one of the first highways in the United States that went from the south to the north. lot of people didn't want to know where the hell Ross's Point was. All right, that's it, for Tracy, anything other than welcome you back? What?
Well, I don't know if you did bumper or not.
Yeah, I did. I want to welcome you back and glad to see that you're up and able to take nourishment.
Thank you. Glad to be back.
Arson?
You stole my thunder.
Okay. Okay.
Give us your smiling face.
Yeah, I imagine you are after last week. Open up meeting to the public at this time. Anybody wish to address the board may do so. If not, I'm looking for a recess motion.
Motion for recess.
I'll second.
Moved by Jefferson, seconded by Baker at 7:31. We'll take a short recess and get these two executive sessions out of the way.